This is a lot for me, sir, really.
Yeah, ma'am.
Because
Because
in I also like the way of your speaking. You speak very means, of course, you speak fluently, but the way of your speaking, it's like very enchanting for learner and beginner who want to learn English, who want to speak English in initial day. So you are speaking in this way. Means it
thank you,
make
ma'am.
learners like easier to learn English whenever
Thank you
I.
so much.
And there are also some speakers who used to speak very fast. So for learners, sometimes they got difficult to understand. And if someone speak in a slow flow, so they are capable to understand. So I also like your way of speaking, and I think I'm also speaking in slow because yes, sir, I'm also learner, so I can't say that. Yes, sir. I also observe one thing in you that you are using like very enchanting words in your speaking and very new words, means vocab, concrete vocab, I can say. So, could you suggest something to me as well, like how to learn? And
Yeah, ma'am, of course.
if I said no, sir, I also learn lots of vocab in my initial day. Means as I said in my summer vacation, and you
Hmm.
just can't believe I have filled up my 2 3 diaries with lots of beautiful words. And when it come to speak, and when I just try to use my word in my speaking, I completely forgot all words, and I always use my simple words. And yes, sir, I know that this is just because lack of practice. And now, if you are giving to your English learning journey this time, you are not learning, sir, because you are fluent, I can say.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Just hand over my mobile to my husband. Now he's doing all the thing, and I'm going to sleep. Because yes, sir, sometime I can say.
Okay. So, how are you, ma'am?
I'm doing great, sir. Tell me, how about you?
Yeah, today I'm very happy and excited as well because today I'm going to connect with new member of this group, I think, right? You are in the group, am I right?
Yes, sir. Actually, I'm also beginner and learner and very new on this platform, especially. And I have come on this platform only for learning English and just sounding confident, feeling confident while speaking English. That's why I'm
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, ma'am, I would say like it must be come to very soon. I would recommend you only you need to just maintain your consistency only.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm always maintaining.
Yeah. So yeah, ma'am. So we are meeting first time. So gladly I would like to know about you something else. So could you introduce yourself?
Yes, sir. Of course. Why not? Yes, as my name is Sapna Singh, and I'm private school teacher, and I'm from Jaunpur, UP. And along with my teaching job, I have to manage all my household, and I'm blessed with a son also. And if I talk about my qualification, so I'm graduate, and recently I have completed my B.Ed also, and as well as sir, I run my own YouTube channel by the name Sapna Raghuvanshi, and I mentioned earlier what is the
Mm-hmm.
purpose of mine on
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
this platform. That is only, and I have also seen lots of your videos, sir, and it's really fantastic, I must say.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Yeah, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. That's a wonderful introduction of you, I would say. And okay, let me tell you myself. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, so actually I belong to Bihar state. I'm a primary teacher, and nowadays I'm sharing my experience, my strategy, which I applied in my initial days to improve my English. Okay. And if I discuss about my hobbies, so I like to talk with the new people every day and traveling at different kinds of places for a varying purpose. So it is my hobbies. So yeah, it's all about me, ma'am.
That's great, sir. And you are
Thank
doing
you.
very great. And sir, yes, I also know that you are also a private school teacher, and me too. So there's a similarity between us, we can say.
Yeah, like ma'am, this is kinds of the like nowadays you can consider each and every people are going to aware about the importance of this language, right? But before time, if I discuss about 5 year ago, so people was consider about the subject of their class only and
Yes,
syllabus, right? But nowadays we are treating as a language of this you know
yes, of course, sir.
subject.
And yes, sir, if I talk about myself, so I have also done all my schooling in Hindi medium, and that is the main problem that we are facing during this English speaking journey, because as we all have done all schooling in Hindi medium, and now when it comes to speak English, so there's something nervousness or hesitation, of course, it is coming. And
Yeah,
yes, sir, but we can't make excuse like this that we are an Hindi medium student, so we can't speak English. No, I'm also realizing this fact that yes, I can speak English, but yes, if I can't, if I have a will, so I will definitely do. If I have a will to do, so I will definitely do. I wanted to say,
yeah,
and I hope that.
ma'am. Yeah, sorry, keep ahead, sorry.
No, sir, actually, just tell me something more about yourself. When did you start your English learning journey? And what is the thing that inspired you to learn this beautiful English language? We must say.
Okay. Yeah, ma'am, of course, gladly I would like to say this. Actually, ma'am, I think 2 years before I started. Okay. But I think before time now, I was just talking to people as audio conversation because I was not that much, enthusiastic for this language. As I
Yes,
normally consider like having interaction with the people this way, normally little bit I would learn. Okay. So this way I was teaching of this language into my life before. But after, like increasement of the time in the process of learning this language, my curiosity has been increasing day by day. Just people has a nature, if they achieve a little success, they want more. Okay.
yes,
They
sir.
fix another goal. So the same thing happened with me, like after crossing 6 months, I just see in myself like I'm able to interact with the people nicely. So what to do again, to talk like advanced speaker. So then I one day I used to watch a lot of content of the English. So usually I got the one content conversational. Two people are
Yes,
talking to each other in this way. I got attracted a lot by watching the way he spoke to each other. So then I would decide like, is it possible I if I start talking like that with the other people? But I was a confusion like if I just want to conversation with any people, so I must have some PC laptop. Then it would be possible. Otherwise, I can't talk to through the phone. Okay.
yes.
So one boy, the name is Jadu. I think ma'am.
Jadoo, yes,
Jadu.
sir, yes. He's a viral boy. I know very well.
Yeah. So
Jadoo.
I
And
commented.
he's a
I commented
superstar.
them. I commented
Yes,
them for asking like, Jadu, how did you talk this way? So Jadu said me
yes,
like, sir, you can talk to through your phone as well. He recommended me this application, Skype. Then I got to
yes,
know,
sir.
yeah, this way I talk to any people. So I just indulge myself in this platform and one by one talking to the learner, sharing my experience. And this way I just increase my communication skill.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, you can say nowadays I kept moving on because I knew consistency change your all these things, right? So yeah, this is my journey.
Yes, sir. Actually, you are doing very great in your life, I must say, because you are inspiring other to learn this language. And I'm also such type of person who got motivated by watching lots of conversational video on YouTube. If I say about myself, sir, so I'm private school teacher, as I said, and a homemaker as well. So I have to manage all things. So sometime I got it very difficult, like how to manage time for myself. And
Yeah.
yes, in initial day, means if I say about the English journey, so Earlier, I also means from always I wanted to speak English. Means it my dream to speak English, to be fluent in English in my college life, school life. When I heard some teacher speaking between each other, so that time I got very much motivated by listening them, and I also dreamed that when will this time come that when I will speak like this. But
Wow.
yes, as that time we didn't have such type of means this type of application, and that time
Hmm.
we didn't have also android phone like a smartphone type this type of. So that time I was completely unable to do anything, but yes, I had interest in English since my childhood, I can say. But
Yeah, I can see.
yeah, when my summer vacation was going on, so that time I was free. And during my school time, you are also teacher, so sir, I am not supposed to make you realize this thing that how busy we are in our school work and household work. So
Yeah.
my summer vacation, when I realized myself that yes, now I'm free, so I have to do something for myself, for my English. And in my school also there are some teacher who used to come from Varanasi, and there are most of the teacher means who are very fluent. And whenever I used to listen them, so I somewhere I felt myself that time like demoralized that why can't I? If they can speak, so why can't I? So that time in my summer vacation, I have completely made up my mind like to do something for myself. And I started listening lots of motivational story type video. I always used to listen because sir, I was taking much interest in listening motivational story. And that is the result of this motivational English story listening, that now I'm here and I'm able to talk with you and with others
Wow.
because of this only. And if I say about before my summer vacation, I was not able to talk with any random people like this. If this time I'm talking, I'm able to talk.
Wow.
So, sir, that time I started listening lots of motivational story and I got myself motivated. So I thought now it's time to take advantage of this motivational story. So that time I started telling this story. And sir, when I listened this story, so I got registered this story in my mind. And when I started telling this story, so that time I completely forgot the sentence structure and I made my own sentence structure that time. And it just gave me much benefit, I can say. So
Yeah.
and when I just started telling this motivational story, and in this way, when I started speaking English, so my husband motivated me to
Wow.
create YouTube channel, and now you are capable to motivate others. And now, just, what are you doing? What are you learning? Just share your journey with others. So that moment, if I say to be very honest, this time I'm completely unable, like how to upload video, how to use this Skype app, means all things. My husband is always supporting me, and after returning from my school, I just made my video of storytelling, and after then, just felt after returning school that. It's a feeling like not to do anything, even not to speak a single word, but in that feeling I still making video, speaking English, and trying to motivate others to speak English, to learn this communication skill. And yes sir, we can't deny this fact that nowadays how much English is important, means
Yeah.
in all aspect of life, means
Yeah.
wherever we go we have to take this language.
You are right, ma'am. And I can say like you quite determinate person, I would say. Like you took a determinations into your life. That's why still you are performing better, I would say. With confidence you are speak.
Thanks a
So
lot. Your
yeah.
appreciation,
Yeah,
but
ma'am, you are doing well, I would say. And thank you so much for appreciating me because after knowing the compliment through the people about me, it's a gives us some
yes,
kinds of confidence, some kinds of enthusiastic energy to work for a long period of time towards our skills. Right. So yeah, I basically so many learner often talk to me and sharing my way of talking, like that.
Yes, exactly.
So yeah. So I'm really glad if the other people are having some benefit by me. Okay, because personally I just believe to just help people. Because if I'm helping to the learner, if I'm helping to the people, that is mean I'm helping to myself. Okay, and I'm changing my future as well. Because
Yes,
what you do in present, that will define your future. That is the fact, right? So this is my opinion, and everyone will be succeed very soon if they maintain their consistency and with honesty, with sincerity, they have been working, right?
yes, sir. Actually, I also consider the fact that we should always try to be honest and dedicated with all our work. What are we doing? If we are teacher, of course, we are teaching. So we should always try to be honest with our job, with our family, with every things we have to do these things. And
Yeah.
I'm interacting, connecting with different people. So I have to learn 4 or 5 new words, and just I think I should made up my mind to use this word in my today's conversation. Anyhow,
Okay.
in this way I
You
can
know,
learn.
ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, now I just want to give some suggest of you.
yes,
Actually, by adopting, yeah, by recalling a new vocabulary, right? In order to express yourself, you have to just fix two vocabulary in a day. Whenever you talk to any people, try to just create situation
situation.
that is mean related of your vocabulary. Okay.
Yes,
The many of them accumulated a lot of vocabulary, but they are unable to create situations
create
related
situation.
of your vocabulary. Then how will you use that vocabulary in your conversation? That is the biggest issues of the learner life. That's why they forget very soon because they couldn't utilize that vocabulary in their conversation. Right? That's why.
Hmm.
So otherwise you can just make a list of some kinds of vocabulary, make a list, put your besides after looking and just start, you know, creating some sentence situationally. So that will be
Yes.
much convenient for both of them, right?
Sir, I also wanted to do all these things, but due to lack of time, I must say, I can't do
Mm,
all things. But yes, as much I can do, I'm doing. And sir, I also want to know from your side that you are, if you are also teacher just like me, so for you it must be difficult to manage time sometime. Means, so how did you get time? Means, how much time?
okay, ma'am. Let me tell you. Let me reveal my like routines of the day. Actually,
Yes,
9 to 2 p.m. I was under school. Okay,
yes,
and after crossing 2 p.m. I got a time. Uh, 1 year even 2 hour only. So that time I just connect with the learner and having session for my channel. After reaching 4 p.m., I took a class of my student. Okay. And
hmm.
I will be busy. I will be engaged in the process of 7 p.m. Okay. Taking class of my all students. I come back at 7. And then I do all this remaining stuff related to my channel, editing, etc. All these things. Watching content and having comment replies and all these things. So
Yes,
this is
sir.
my routine. And today is Sunday. That's why still I'm talking with you, ma'am.
And also, sir, I want to say thanks that you are inviting me on your channel. So that is a great achievement for me, I can say, because I'm now learning this language. So this is great achievement for me that if people want to talk to me and if I am able to talk to others, so this is all
Yeah,
achievement.
I
Means that my
often
hard
feel,
work is paying me off.
yeah,
Yes,
ma'am,
sir.
thank you so much. Actually, ma'am, I often, feel glad if I'm talking with any new people and who is very, passionately learning something new from me. Then I feel
Yes.
very glad. At least I'm doing so. This is the cause. This is becoming the cause of benefit of someone, and that's my intention only. Right.
Okay, sir. I want to ask something like in as your teacher. So, in your school, up to which standard do you teach?
Actually, it's up to only 5 class. nursery
Oh,
class to 5 class only. So
okay.
because of I'm teaching in primary class, primary school, that's why.
Okay, sir. Oh,
Yeah.
that's and
And
I'm
ma'am, you
also yes, sir.
you also, ma'am, you also teach up to
Sir, I
5 class.
yes, I am PRT level teacher, so I also teach up to fifth standard. But yes, earlier I was teaching up to seventh standard, and now there's a requirement for PRT. So but yes, I am
Oh.
comfortable to teach up to fifth standard, and I always try to speak English with my students. So it's a very good opportunity for me, and my students are all also means feeling very happy to talk English with me, and because I always force them to speak English only. In front of me, you are not allowed to speak Hindi, so they are also trying their level best to speak English. And but
Yeah,
sometimes I have to be bilingual in my class because sometimes they are not able to understand all
me
things
too.
English. So I have to explain in their mother tongue, of course.
Yeah,
But yeah,
ma'am. Me too also. Many of time now I have to use my native language because of that students are not available, unable of having meaning of mine. Okay.
yes, sir.
So we have to take a help of our native language to convince all of these things.
Yes, sir.
Because ma'am, it's a reasons behind it because I'm living in village, right? And village kids are not so much active for this,
Yes,
right?
sir. Of course.
And they are living in a different kinds of background, different kinds of
Background.
environment, personalities. That's the biggest
Yes, of
reasons
course.
behind it.
That is the great reason, and I'm also facing. And yes, sir, I must say that at your place, that weather is also very scorching. I can
Yeah,
see. And at my place also, it's so scorching weather.
yeah. Actually, I think now today the sun has arised very nicely and weather is very normal. Not a rainy seasons, I would say.
No, yes, sir, exactly. There's scorching some.
Yeah. So, ma'am, do you want to ask me any questions? So you can go ahead.
Yes, sir. Actually, I want to ask that just suggest something for me, like if it come to speak with any intermediate level speaker or any advanced level speaker, so why I'm feeling hesitate that time? So how to erase this? How to overcome this problem? Means I
Okay.
have heard all time like only we have to speak. The more we speak, the more we learn, the more we improve. So I'm trying to do, but I want to know something from your side, sir, because now you are
Okay. Actually, ma'am, according to my opinion, like why we are having hesitations by
yes,
connecting with the intermediate and even advanced level speaker, because of this is a natural process you can consider. This is a natural uh, hobby. I mean, what I say, like activities of the people. Obviously, if we will visit some new place, so at that time, it would be the quite difficult for adjusting there because it would be the first times, right? So the same
yes,
situation happening with the when we connect with an advanced, yeah, intermediate person. So many thoughts, come to our mind. What question they will ask me,
yes, sir, exactly. That
right?
is the problem.
How we will adjust with them. If I'm unable to give any replies, then
Reply.
what kinds of situation will be there, right? So many questions, start bothering you internally, and because of reasons, it's a turn into your negatives.
Yes,
Becomes like what I say, like it's become the cause of having a lot of fear, hesitations, right? Because of these thoughts. So it's a better you have to just fix your mindset. Like
yes,
whenever I connect with any person, so I will often try to give my best, no matter how, but I will try my best. Okay. And do not consider if I will make mistakes. So that would be very, what I say, irritable moment for me, very bad moment for me. Nothing will happen because that people also will want from you to have the proper explanations about any topic. Whether you will
yes,
be performing well or not, it doesn't matter for them. And they must add it part. right? So why are you having so much frightened, terrifying feeling, right? Do best. And this is genuine, fixing your mindset, always you will perform well. Only this way. And practicing that will help you to just maintain your fluency only. It will never help you to gain confidence and removing hesitations, removing fear. Confidence and fluency comes within you after accumulating a lot of experience about a multi kinds of field, multiple fields knowledge. As much as you educate yourself, that much knowledge will comes within you. That is the secret behind it.
Yes, sir. Great to know about all these things from your side. And yes, sir, actually, I want to know that in your initial day, means when you start your journey, so what did you do the most? Means, so there are lots of learning process like people are suggesting to do shadowing practice, listening practice, speaking practice, mirror practice. So among all these practice, what did you do the most, sir? I want to know.
Actually, ma'am, I couldn't do any kinds of practication like other, like shadowy practicing, yeah, in front of the mirror. I didn't do like that. I only having interaction with the audio conversation with the people, and I was quite addicted to watch American web series.
American.
Yeah, American web series. It was my hobbies to watch every day American web series. Still, I'm watching. Okay, but
Yeah.
at that time I was watching in Hindi language. But after indulging myself in this language, I start watching with the English language. So nothing much more I did. That was
And
my
yes, sir,
strategy.
sorry to interrupt you, sir, but yes, I also want to know that you must be doing a reading practice. So, for reading, which type of book this time you are having? I also want to know, sir, because I'm completely confused, like what to read. Because I have purchased a book online, but I'm feeling like I'm not taking interest to read this book. So I think I should purchase some easy content type book, and that book was not so. I don't want to say anything, but I'm not taking interest. So I want to know that which type of book you are having this time. You are
Okay,
reading.
okay. Ma'am, actually, na, like the learner has a habit to just buy very expensive vocabulary book, novels, right? So novels
Novel.
has a lot of unpredictable vocabulary, very expensive, very advanced. So it is very difficult for you to having the meaning of them and how you utilize that vocabulary in your sentence. It's a totally out of your capacity in your initial times,
Yes,
right?
sir, exactly.
So it's better to just read out very easy vocabulary related books,
Mhm.
like low class book. Like as you mentioned, ma'am, you have been teaching up to 7 class, right? So that will be sufficient for you to just read out that kinds of books,
But not
English
now,
book.
sir. Not now. Now I'm teaching only up to fifth standard. Earlier I was
Okay.
teaching up to seventh standard, but now I'm teaching up to fifth only.
Yeah, so it's that's very easy. Like you just prefer yourself to buy very normal vocabulary related books because what benefit are you going to take? First, your reading skill will be interesting, and as well
Yes,
as having a general vocabulary that will be much beneficial for you to construct it any sentence situationally. Easy vocabulary will be reminding again in order to
yes,
learn any stories, right? And after having the fluency in your conversation, then you go ahead, right? But initial days, you have to learn only basic vocabulary, which is used generally into the people's life, right? Okay.
okay, sir. So, sir, it was very nice being with you, and now I have to go.
Yeah,
Today
ma'am,
I
of
have
course.
to go actually in a relation. So it's time to go now, sir. But I must say it was very nice being with you, and I learned a lot from you. Thanks a lot, sir, for inviting
Yeah,
me, for
ma'am.
approaching me.
One thing I would say, ma'am, you are a very positive person, I would say. Quite
Thanks.
positive. I mean, you are looking quite passionate for this language. So
Yes,
as
sir. I
soon as possible, you must learn. I would say definitely.
thanks a lot, sir. It means a lot for me.
Yeah, ma'am. So whenever, ma'am, you want to talk to me, you can message me. We will have.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
ma'am, can I post this?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.